All right. All right, all right, all right. Welcome, welcome everybody. We are very excited, all right, to be with you today for the Beanstalk Hour. It's been a series of art story time that we've been starting since the beginning of the pandemic, so like a few months ago. And we are very excited to be partnering with the Brooklyn Public Library. And I see some friends joining, wonderful. Over the last months as well, for a series of story time read or interpreted by a guest artist every week. Wonderful. The Brooklyn Public Library is here with us. Great. So every week the purpose is like of this program has been to promote wonderful teaching artists that are doing a great work with us. And we've been trying to find a way to stay connected with our community with what we know best, which is art and education of our children. So the program is Book and Beanstalk. We've been offering like French and Spanish language program and art program for more than 10 years over the community of New York. And through this program online now, like through the pandemic, try to open up our borders to larger territories. So over the last months, we've been inviting journalists, we've been inviting like artists, illustrators, mime, puppeteers. And today we have a very, very special guest that is extremely resonant with the events that we are going through right now in New York and over the world. I'm very excited to have with me Karina Tatarova, who is right here in Amsterdam. So we have like definitely an intercontinental connection. And Karina is a wonderful teaching artist that we've been working with circus programs, with a lot of, she has many skills under her belt. Karina is also like an NYU alumni who's been studying like a major, she was a major in experimental theater, and who also had a minor in mental health. And over the last couple of years, Karina has been also like studying like holistic therapy and storytelling. She just had a master in holistic counseling and therapy, and she's been working with many organizations now in Amsterdam how to teach and reach out like communities and share like her wonderful skills with children and organizations. So we are thrilled to have Karina today. And she will offer you a special story that probably resonate with a lot of feelings that we probably have dealing with these days, right? Horrible, terrible, very bad, no good feeling and days that we have. So she will share like a story based on the classic children's book of Judith Viorst, and lead you into a mindful and active imagination story time. We'll also introduce a little bit more about like the program that she's going to offer with Beanstalk at the end of the month. So please stick with us. And I'm going to just pass it on to Karina right now and share. Oops. Nope, I'm not going to share these. I'm just going to disappear from your screen and let her lead
Yeah.
Alexander and the horrible, terrible very bad, no good day.
Hello, everyone. It is a pleasure to be with you today on this little rainy day in New York City, as I hear from Stephanie. My name is Karina, and I am going to take you today to the magical kingdom of storytelling and mindfulness. It is called Po. We're going to spend some time learning the superpowers of mindfulness and imagination and learning how to use them so that we can be these powerful, wonderful, happy creators. Before we start learning, I want to ask my children friends right now to find a really, really comfortable position. So, stay maybe a little bit further away from your screen and move your shoulders and find a really comfortable, very cozy position, maybe on your chair or hugging your favorite blanket. I'm just going to give you a minute to do that. All right. Is everybody super comfortable? Do we want to stretch a little bit, get even more comfortable? Yes? Wonderful. Okay. Is everybody super, super cozy? Great. Now, since everybody is super cozy, let us now turn our magical eyes and ears on and get ready to learn the first secret of the magicians of Po. It is called mindfulness. What is mindfulness and why do we even talk about it before we go into this really interesting story that Stephanie just mentioned? Mindfulness means paying your full attention to something. It means that we're slowing down and getting comfortable, just like we just did. We're not rushing, we're taking our time. Because when we don't rush, when we sit down and we're really comfortable, we are able to focus more and see everything. Have you ever felt like super frustrated and angry? When I am upset and super angry, it feels like, oh, my brain is running and I feel a lot of things. But when I'm mindful and calm, I can notice how my body feels and what I see and what I taste. And it is really, really pleasant and I feel very comfortable. And I can place one hand on my heart and get calm. So, let us now spend a moment connecting to mindfulness. How do we do that? How do we even begin? The first secret of mindfulness is our breath. So let's see if we can find it right now together. Take one of your hands and place it on your belly. And then take a deep breath in and see if you can take such a big breath that you make your hand move. Hold your breath and then exhale like a snake. Let's do that again together. Let's do that again and let's listen to the sound of our breath now. Now, take another breath and let's try to make this breath as loud as we can. Now, my friends, let's see if we can make this breath as quiet as possible. Just like there is a little candle and we want to quietly, quietly blow it. And now, just stop making sound with your breath And feel your hand on your belly. Notice how the place where you're sitting at feels. Notice your hand on your belly again. Notice your breath. And realize how everything is all of a sudden getting more magical. Now that we have awakened this magic, we're ready to engage our imagination and see what happened to our friend Alex yesterday. Alex is one of the beautiful children of the magical land of Poe. And there was a beautiful story written about one of his terrible, horrible, no good, very, very bad days. It often happens that we all have bad days. Now, let us see what happened to Alex on his day. Because we want to wake our wizard imagination, I want us to do this magical exercise. I'm going to tell you what happened to Alex, and I want you to imagine everything. If I say Alex had breakfast, try to imagine really what the breakfast was like. If I mention Alex's bed, try to really see that bed in your imagination, how you want the bed to look like. How big is it? So I'm going to tell you this beautiful story, and I want everybody to find their magical cozy place and breath, close their eyes, and imagine. Turn your magical imagination on and let us see with our minds what happened to Alex. So this, my friends, is what Alexander told me. He said, Miss Karina, a few days ago, I had a really terrible, horrible, no good, very, very bad day, and I want to tell you all about it. I went to sleep with gum in my mouth, and now there is gum in my hair. And when I got out of bed, I tripped on my skateboard, and by mistake, I dropped my sweater in the sink while the water was running, and it got so wet. I could tell Miss Karina it was going to be a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. Then at breakfast, my brother Anthony found a stingray car kept in his breakfast cereal box. And my other brother Nick found an undercover agent in his breakfast box. But in my breakfast cereal box, all I found was breakfast cereal. Miss Karina, I think I'll move to Australia. Then, in our carpool, Mr. Gibson let Becky have a seat by the window. Audrey got a seat by the window too, and then Elliot. I was sitting right in the middle, and I was being scrunched. I was being smushed. I said, I want to be by the window. But no one even answered. I could tell it was going to be a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. Then we went to school. At school, Mr. Dickens liked Paul's picture of a sailboat better than my picture of an invisible castle. It's singing time, Mrs. Dickens said I sang too loud. Then she said I didn't count 16 when I was counting, but who needs 16? I made so many mistakes on that day. I could tell it was going to be a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. I could tell because my best friend Paul said that I wasn't his best friend anymore, Miss Karina. He said that some other guy, Philip, was his best friend, and I was only his second best friend. And then, during lunch, my friend Philip had 2 cupcakes for dessert, and Albert had a Hershey bar, and my mom did not pack me dessert. It was a terrible, horrible day, Miss Karina. I think I'll go to Australia. It was a bad day also because after school my mom took us to the dentist. And Dr. Fields found a cavity just in me, in nobody else. He said, "Come back next week and I'll fix it." I don't like dentists, Miss Karina. It was not a good way. Not a good day. Next week, I said, I'm going to Australia. Then, on my way downstairs, the door closed on my foot. And while I was waiting for my mom, my brother Anthony made me fall right where it was muddy. Then I started crying because I was so muddy, and I tried to punch Nick for pushing me into the mud. And then my mom saw all of that and she scolded me for being muddy and for fighting. I was having such a terrible day. I told everybody. But no one even listened to me. Then we went to pick up my dad at his office. He said I couldn't play with his copy machine, but I forgot he said that, Miss Karina, and so I played with it. Oops. He also said to watch out for the books on his desk, and I was very careful, but my elbow was not. He also said don't to fool around with his phone, but I think I called Australia. I really wanted to go to Australia, Miss Karina. My dad said, please don't pick him up anymore. Oops. Then there were lima beans for dinner when we went home. And I really hate lima beans. There was kissing on TV, and I hate kissing. My bath was too hot. I got soap in my eyes. And I had to wear my railroad train pajamas. I hate my railroad train pajamas. Then it had been a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day all along. My mom said to me that some days are like that, Miss Karina, even in Australia, even in Amsterdam where you are. Is that true? And then my friend Alexander went to bed and went to sleep. Now, my little friends, bring your imagination away from Alexander and feel a little bit where you're feeling again. Whoa, what an adventure Alexander was on, right? He had such a bad day. And he was asking me if everybody has bad days sometimes, just like his mom told him. And that's true. Everybody sometimes has bad days. Sometimes we have terrible days. And sometimes we get so confused with the dentist and with our friends upsetting us and with things happening that we don't understand. But it's important to remember when these things happen that it's okay to have these days. And that when we have very bad days, we can use the tools and everything that our favorite magicians at Poe do to become a little happier, to calm ourselves down, to become mindful again, and to awaken all that magic that can help us to have a better and calmer feeling in our hearts. Now, my little friends, remember that I asked you to imagine everything very carefully? If you can now, I want you to close your eyes and remember your favorite moment, most favorite moment of our story today. Maybe it was when Alexander was at the dentist because you don't like the dentist too. Maybe it was when his friend told him he's not his friend. Maybe it was when his dad told him not to touch the copy machine, but he forgot and he touched it. Just remember what you imagined the most vividly. And I want you to take a pen and a paper tonight and draw it. Imagine it very big and very beautiful, and then draw it. And when you draw it, show it to your parents and tell them what exactly happened to Alex at that moment and what Alex could have done to feel a little better. That he could have taken a magical, mindful breath down in his belly like this. Because what happened to Alexander, that he had a really bad day and nothing worked out, can happen to all of us. Breathing and dancing and singing and really connecting to all these magical things that we love can help us to feel better. Did you think of your favorite moment already? Did you start drawing it? Or are you excited to share this beautiful story and this favorite moment with your parents? Fantastic. Now get all your colorful pens and papers, and you can spend the whole day or as much as you want to drawing this beautiful favorite image that you have of Alexander and of your breath on this sheet of paper. And remember, it is okay to feel upset and to have bad days. It's okay to sometimes go to our parents and tell them, hey, I'm having a bad day. Maybe we can breathe together. Or I need a little bit of help. Having a bad day does not make us weak. And understanding that we can ask for help and that we can breathe and that we can have all these magical drawings to help us feel better makes us actually more magical. And now, my friends, before I say goodbye, let us take a few more very big deep breaths together. So let's all raise our hands and take a deep breath. And let's exhale and take our hands down. And one more time. Feel your relaxed bodies. Let your body be soft and feel warm and cozy. And I hope that for the rest of today, my friends, you have a very good, very beautiful, very happy, very magical day. Thank you so much for being with me today.
Thank you so very much, Karina. Isn't she wonderful? I want to spend the rest of my day just breathing and like being led by your enchanting voice, I have to say. I learned quite a few secret wizard right here. I don't know about you, my friends, but I feel way more relaxed than before. Thank you, Karina. And for all of us, all of you, and I include myself in this part, if you would like to, Karina, to share like a few exercise, a few recommendation practice that you can have at home uh, at any time of the day with any stories, really, right, Karina?
Yes.
We are happy to share with you like a worksheet of practice and a few exercises that you can lead at your own pace for all your parents or any adults or big brothers or sisters who want to help out like with your little siblings. So we have that ready to share with you. So just feel free to contact us at Book and Beanstalk. I'm going to share like a few links with you right now that I'm going to put out in our screen, on our screen. I'm not sure if that's coming up. Here we go. That was the reference of the book that you read. This is the worksheet that we are ready to send you. So really, literally like email us at bookandbeanstalk@gmail.com. And a little bit more that if you want to spend more time with Karina, and like we are offering you a wonderful active imagination and mindfulness camp, wizard secret. And as you can tell, like she's got more than one secret in her pocket to share with you. And this camp is happening Monday through Friday at the end of the month from June 29th to July 3rd. In the morning from 10 to 10:45 a.m. And it's open to all children, recommended probably from 4 to 10 years old. But you would find this camp available to you. So feel free to register. It's very accessible and it is like $15 per class, and we are happy to work with you if this is an issue. Feel free to contact us. Book and Beanstalk is our website. Facebook page, we printing, having a lot of information on it. And you can subscribe to our YouTube channel. There's a lot of a program that appears as well. And again, best way to contact us is our email, bookandbeanstalk@gmail.com. And we'll be more than happy to continue to communicate with you and share more about our program and the wonderful teaching artists and specialists that we are carrying every week. So again, a big thank you to the Brooklyn Public Library to allowing us to share with you, and to all our friends who've been there. I think like our chat has been pretty active, and we'll see you with the BLP in a couple of weeks on Wednesday, on June 17th. So stay tuned. And in between, feel free to contact us and see all the wonderful programs that are on every day of the week during the pandemic. So meet Karina at the end of the month. Please remember, yes, the wizard secret. A big thank you again to all of you. I'm going to check the chat again. If you do have a question right now that you want to address to Karina or to myself, I do not see at the moment. So we're going to finish our program right now. But again, we'll be available at any time with all these links that we shared. Big thank you, Karina.
Thank you
Take
for
great
having
care
me.
and stay peaceful, my little friends.
Mhm.
It's the way to go. Keep the
Have a
light
very
in.
good day.
Uh, uh, Take care.